Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakak. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Aina. The title of the video is Babylon Does Not Care About Damage to Europe. And basically, these devils, again, are being caught, with the things that they're doing, right? They're moving, wickedly. They're, just moving crazy. Basically Revelation 12:12 says, they're coming down with great wrath because they know they have but a short time. So anyway, let's get into it. And basically what's happening is they're trying to sabotage, I guess, a nuclear plant and blame it on Russia, right? But at the same time, it's going to damage the European states in the area, is what they're saying. And basically they keep getting found out, and revealed. The things, the plans and the schemes that they're making is not like they're invisible. People are finding it out and then they're speaking on it. We're seeing it happen all across the board, from Israel to what Trump's doing. You got the 2030 agendas, you got the 2025 agendas, you got Greater Israel, right? You got everything they got planned. Everyone knows about it. Everyone's talking about it. And that's the Most High Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, just exposing these devils. This is Isaiah 29:15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? And basically, they think they're gonna find a way out of the problems that they're facing, because this is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is bringing these problems to them. And they're trying to basically make plans, and it's not, nothing they're doing is working. Job 18 says terror shall grab them at every side. But let me grab this. The scriptures say they encourage themselves in an evil manner. That's Psalm 64. This is Psalm 64 and 1. It says, the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So they try to do things in secret. And for a long time, this is how they operated. But pursuant to 2 Thessalonians 2, these devils are being revealed in a bad way. Everything they do is being exposed. They was in Ukraine. If you go back to how this war started, which we understand is going to be World War III, and of course the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the mustering host of the battle, right? Pursuant to Isaiah 13 and 4. But you also have Ezekiel 38, where the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is putting hooks in the jaws of Gog, the land of Magog, right, which is Russia, and turning them towards going to war with America also. And that's the thing, because it was the mindset of these devils. I'm talking about the American side, to go to war with Russia, right? Russia didn't have that mindset to go to war with America. They was trying to join NATO, but at every time America was like, nah, you can't join, because they ultimately had these plans that's now being exposed, like Greater Israel, the conquering of the whole world. You get Syria, you get Afghanistan, you get this, and then you go to Iran, and then China and Russia, and all these different plans. So ultimately now, that was their plan, to go to war with Russia, but the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua made it Russia's plan to fight back, basically. You got Joel 3, where it says the weak saying, I am strong. Right, so that's what's happening, right? And so yeah, it says Psalm 64:2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the works of iniquity, who wet their tongue like swords and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even in bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And that's the point. Everything they was doing was like, secret, hidden. But this devil is fully being exposed now. Everything they do, people was recording it and seeing it. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? Everyone is seeing that shit. That's the point now. You can't do nothing and hide yourself. All right. NLT says they encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice? They ask. And like I just said, everything they're doing now is being completely exposed, right? And that's through the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because this devil needs to be exposed. All right, Habakkuk 2 and 15, what it says, let me grab it, I'll grab right here. Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And that's what these devils do. That's why you have the Epstein list, right? That's why you have people going over there on Epstein Island getting massages, and then the lights turned on. You found out it's children up in there, and you in there with all the cameras in different angles, right? And now you caught. And that's what these devils did to a lot of their own people, right? That's how you got Donald Trump now. The Epstein list is hunting him, and he didn't give a fuck, right? His name is all through the list, multiple visits. It ain't like, oh, I got called, they got some dirt on me. Nah, you was in that shit fully every day, damn near. Invited him to your house, you go to his house. That's what these devils do, right? It says, woe unto him. Then they had the dude Kash Patel. They asking him how many times is Donald Trump's name written in the Epstein list. He was like, it's 100 times, it's 1,000 times. He's like, I don't know what it is, but it's not that. The man all through the list, multiple dates. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and making him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. So really and truly, the Amalekites, right? These cosplaying Jews in the land of Israel, they run the world. All right, the banking elites that goes to the Federal Banking Reserve and all that, and the money is owned by these Amalekites, right? And what they did was they got the dollar back with the oil, right? The American dollar. So their hub is America, right? They used America to do their bidding. So they had to capture the people that run America, like Donald Trump and fucking Obama, Biden, right? All of them, everybody, mayors and shit. It says Habakkuk 2:16, thou art filled with shame for glory. And that's exactly what's happening. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand, right, shall be turned unto thee, and shameful things shall be on thy glory. So, the whole world is seeing it. You got, of course, the retarded ass maggers that, they can't see it because they under deep, sorceries and whatnot. But even they feeling it now, even though they can't see it, they're feeling shit ain't right because they can't buy bread for $1 no more. All right, now it's $20, whatever. So, what this is right here. Isaiah 47:1, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yet thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. And that's the point. With this www. With the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua pouring spirit on all flesh, you got these different podcasters, you got everyday journalists, you got people pulling out the camera on spot, recording what they're doing with the ICE agents. Everything that these devils are now doing is being shown to light. And real quick, I want to get this video. Let me see this one right here, because this is what these devils been doing, but now they're just being caught doing it. All right, they're being caught to be the wicked. So anyway, you see the title says, is this what West Fund supports? War crimes. 2 Ukrainian drones eliminate 2 civilians. And what we're going to get into is that this article I'm about to read, they're trying to, basically blow up. I didn't look into it too much. I was hearing a little bit about it, but I got it right here. They're trying to, sabotage some type of thing and blow it up, basically. So civilians will die. They don't care about the civilians or nothing like that. All right. I had a video. And basically Trump was asking about, and I got the video. I got it. Unless I deleted it. But anyway, Trump was being asked about, when the 9/11 happened. And basically, they was asking about the lives lost and all that. And all he could think about was now who has the biggest building in the area now. That's he don't care. They don't care. And this is the cruel Lord that's ruling now. So I'll play some of this.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We know that the Russians, right, our free media tell us, the Russians are committing war crimes in Ukraine, right? That's by default definition, which is horrible, horrible. The Ukrainians don't do that. We're told zero, and the American weapons or the Western weapons are not used for such a thing.
So right now you got bro, that the wicked is being exposed so perfectly. Right now you have Israel committing war crimes. You have Donald Trump, which is America, committing war crimes, and now you have Ukraine committing war crimes. All these people are connected, right? Because the Ukraine and Israel are Amalekites, right? They're the fake ass JOOs. They call themselves JOOs, right? And America, of course, is their puppet, right? Really and truly, because they run America, obviously. And they're all committing war crimes because they're all the same people, and a lot of times, they can't escape it. They can't escape it because that's, they got them by the fucking balls, right? Because of the blackmail and all that extra stuff, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 10 says a wise judge, Ecclesiastes or Sirach chapter 10 verse 1 is, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of the man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. We got the true authority, right? And we're gonna, make everything good once we take once Yahweh Shai comes, and of course we set our kingdom up and all of that. But right now you have the wicked, Job 9:24, ruling the earth, right? And they're messing everything up, and they're pretty much all the same, right? They're all wicked. That's pretty much the point. Yeah.
Because once they detect a civilian, they don't do it, or if they detect that it could be a war crime, it just goes in a different direction. This is how they're designed. I tell you that I found out from the US media. That's very possible. So in this case, I will show you a video of some civilians. The video is graphic to a certain extent. I watched it in its reality without the blurring thing. I would upload it here with the blurring thing of a civilian being struck by a drone. The civilian has a dog as well. And the drone comes around and then strikes him and kills him and the dog. The dog is still on the ground, moving his legs and so on. The civilian is blown into pieces. I saw that without the blurring things. I will try to play the blurring things here, and I hope that YouTube has no problem with that. This is not to glorify anything. This is to show you that, according to the Russians, that drone was Ukrainian. So a Ukrainian used the drone, according to that video and to the Russians, in order to kill a civilian on camera, and it killed more than one. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to put the in the description below. I would put how do you call that? The link. I will provide the link in the description box below, so you can watch it. You can find it in other places with all the whatever happened. So here it is. Russia Today. Ukrainian forces kill civilians, plural, with direct FPV drone hits. Media, graphic video. Drone operators targeted two unarmed men and their dog, according to a disturbing video circulating.
And basically, all these devils is divided, and that's why it's coming out. So I guess this was quoted by Russia. Russia reported these Ukrainians doing this thing, and they're bringing it out. So they're just totally divided. They're telling each other and things like that, and ultimately, America has been exposed to be the wicked that they are, just like they're being exposed over there in Israel, doing war crimes and things like that. I'm watching videos. You got these fucking JOO settlers, going to the Palestinians' land, looking all fucked up in the face and all of that, with the quarrels and all of that, talking about, this is my birthright now, and I'm just here. They're spilling water. They don't want people to have the water or nothing. None, all of that.
Online, circulating. Here it is. So these are the civilians, one, and he has a white flag. I will play it for you. I hope it doesn't have any sound. I don't think it has any sound, but I will take it off right there. So here is a civilian. Here is the drone, and the dog is somewhere down there. I'm going to show you. Let's start the video. Let's put it this way. Go. So this is, we see the dog at his, there you go, with the dog.
Man, there you go. So, you can check it out. It's in the description box. This is the dude page right here, right? And he does have the link and all of that. I already checked it out. It's the same video that he's showing here. And this is the Ukraine side, doing that. And I mean, I don't see anything coming from America where they're showing the crimes that Russia's committing. I just hear them saying that they're committing crimes. I don't see it. I mean, we see the crimes being committed by Israel. We see the crimes being committed by Ukraine. We see the crimes being committed by America. You see their top ranking officials is leaving, retiring, and shit. You know, because they're actually doing it. So yeah, and if you remember, like I was trying to say earlier, this whole Ukraine situation, they had biolabs in Ukraine, and then Russia was going in there and they was about to figure it out, or whatever the case may be, and kind of the war just started, you know, and they was trying to hurry up and cover up things. The biolabs are being like destroyed, and then Russia was bringing that part out too, you know. So these devils is just being exposed, you know, and that's the point. So now they have a new scheme, a new plan. See what he's talking about. Says Russia claimed NATO was plotting a false flag operation. Yeah, NATO was plotting. Right, so they're trying to basically, you know, blow this thing up, you know, and Russia has figured that part out, right? So they're being found out again. Says says West does not care about damage to Europe during sabotage at nuke plant. The West does not care that European countries will suffer in the event of sabotage at the nuclear power plant. The main thing is to achieve international, accusing, you know, of Russia in a terrorist attack, attack. Military expert said. In this preparation of sabotage at the nuclear power plant, the British are more involved, and of course, they don't give a damn about the fact that some European countries will suffer. The main thing for them is to achieve the result they dream of: international condemnation of Russian Federation. And this you know, these hypocrites is insane. Israel is out there committing all type of things, you know, and they keep trying to. I laugh at it all the time, and they keep trying to blame other people for what they're doing. Benjamin, now that you gets on TV and starts crying about what's happening to him, I'm just laughing. You know, the shit is hilarious because of all the stuff that he's doing. And I can only imagine everybody else in the world sees, you know, it says because all these acts of sabotage will be presented as actions of the Russian Federation, as was the case with Nord Streams in the beginning, he said. Yeah, the Nord Stream pipeline, you know, they still trying to figure out who blew that thing up, I guess, but we know who did that. And I guess they blame Russia for that, which is kind of crazy. After Biden said he was going to blow it up. Biden said he was going to blow it up if they built it, and they built it, and it blew up. So I don't know. And you probably can't find that video no more, but you know that's what happened because we the Watchmen, the Prophet, been watching, and we covered that already. It says the military expert noted that the publication by the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service, you know, so they got their intelligence out there and they figured it out. It says because making these facts public will at least force you think about whether it's worth committing such crimes. Exactly. So they say brought it out. And now they're probably going to rethink this, you know, and we'll have to see because the devil's going to come out with a great rap, right? And their goal is to conquer Russia and all of that. So, you know, But if it happens and Russia is saying it's going to happen, then we know that, hey, Russia said this was going to happen. Kind of like, Russia even warned them about what their intelligence to show you how good their intelligence is. Russia warned them about the 9/11 event before it happened. Or I think it was actually the JFK event. It was probably all of them, because a lot of that information came out too, where Russia, because like I said earlier, Russia was trying to join with America, and be a part of NATO and all that. Russia was trying to be buddies with America, but obviously, pursuant to Revelation 20 and 7, America would go out and make war for Russia. So that was never going to be the case, but Russia didn't know that, right? And they was trying to help them, I guess, so. It says naturally we will not undertake any terrorist attacks or mirror action. So they're saying, we're not going to do any of that, war crimes or anything like that. So that's there. Basically, Babylon the Great has been exposed, of course, and that's the whole purpose. The whole world is saying that this is the wicked. Let me get Isaiah 32, right? 5. It says, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the troll said to be bountiful. For the vile person, so the vile person is these devils that's currently in power. They've always been vile, but they deceive the world into making them believe that they was the good guys, and that's why Russia want to join them. I don't know if Russia want to join them now, probably not, right? It says the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the troll said to be bountiful. For the vile, and that's why people wondering like, yo, Israel's doing all this stuff over there. Why the hell is America helping them? And then you got Americans freaking out, talking about we're cold and the G word over there in Israel. It's like, why are we helping it? Why are we helping Israel? And they're doing these things because people really think that America's like this such a great place. And it's like, no, not America. Why would America do that? And really, they're the wicked, right? They cause all the problems. John 10 and 10, the thief comes not, but to steal, kill, and destroy. They fucked up everybody's lands. All these slaves out here. All these nations is slaves. They went into Africa, took all the resources. They took all the resources all over the place. Now they're trying to go in Venezuela, but see, we're at the end. So things is heating up. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is, gathering everyone for World War III. The weak are saying that they're strong. So America can no longer just bully without, repercussions right now. So that's what's happening. The man tried to go to Venezuela. Russia was over there. Then he started talking about Nigeria. China went over there. You might try to pick another place, We'll see. It said the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the troll said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. Yes. Let me see this. Let me see this. Hypocrisy. Wait. It says hypocrisy, godliness, hypocrite, profaneness. Yeah. Moral filth, wickedness. All right, this is what these devils is doing. Right? Then they do all this shit and get on TV and ask for help. The hell? Isaiah 32 and 6. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy, to utter error against the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, to make empty the souls of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Trump doing that to y'all. Israel doing that to y'all, and I wouldn't be surprised if somehow if they could find a way, they would do it to Russia. I mean, throwing sanctions on them, freezing their funds. Says but the liberal devises matter of fact 7. The instruments also of the troll are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. Yeah, that's them trying to blow up a whole nuclear reaction site, and then and just say it wasn't us, even when they need to speak of right. So I just want to bring that part out there. That basically, they're being found out, right? They're not hidden, right? They can't hide. So Shalom to the whole select, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.